Alina Habba is proving in real time as she defends Donald Trump in the ongoing defamation trial from E. Jean Carroll. Alina Habba is proving to us that she might actually be one of, if not the most incompetent practicing lawyer in the United States. Now, I already talked about all the horrible things that she did on day one, right? Immediately ignoring the judge's orders. He had to stop her multiple times. But on days 2 and 3, so yesterday and Wednesday, the judge ended up multiple times having to basically yell at Alina Habba for breaking the rules. I mean, at one point, even for mispronouncing words, because she just couldn't even speak. He actually, on Thursday, this was pretty interesting, she was trying to ask a question of E. Jean Carroll, who was on the stand, and she just couldn't get her words out. So the judge actually had to jump in and say, "You're not making this clear. Do you mind if I actually just kind of ask the question so we can get this out of the way?" And so the judge had to ask the question of E. Jean Carroll on the stand because Alina Habba couldn't get her words out. Like, I've literally never seen that. Been in the legal industry for 20 years, folks. I've never seen a judge have to do that because the defendant's lawyer was just unable to articulate her thoughts. You know, you kind of have to have a framework, by the way, when you go to trial. Like, you know what you're going to ask this person. Most of the time, those questions are written out. You may not be reading directly off, but you've written them out in advance. You've memorized them. You know them. She clearly didn't prep for this trial at all. Like, I don't think she prepped one bit. And her performance kind of lends credence to my theory there. But on Wednesday, she once again tried to ask the judge, "Judge, we gotta postpone the trial. Trump's got to go to his mother-in-law's funeral on Thursday." And the judge said, "No." He said, "The application's denied. I will hear no further argument on it." Those were his exact words. So after saying, "I will hear no further argument on it," Alina Habba continued to argue it, to which Judge Kaplan had to respond, "None. Do you understand that word? Sit down." You don't want to piss off the judge like that, trust me. And then, one time, she made an objection, and Judge Kaplan said, "Ms. Habba, when you speak in this courtroom or any other courtroom, you'll stand up." That's also common knowledge. Like, even people who didn't go to law school, like Alina Habba did, know that when you want to make an objection or you want to speak in court, you have to get out of your damn chair. She was too lazy to even do that. She's like, "Hey, objection." Judge's like, "Yes, stand up." Then, on Wednesday, E. Jean Carroll's lawyers were trying to get ahead of the defense. So they asked her, "Hey, there's a lot of right-wingers out there who think George Soros is paying your legal bills." And at that point, Alina Habba actually did stand up. She objected and she said, "Hey, we were going to ask her that question." And the judge said, "The last I heard, Ms. Habba, I do not need announcements from counsel about what they intend to do." He then once again told her to sit down. By the way, it's not an actual legal objection if the other side asked the question that you wanted to ask. Like, Habba had no room to object to that question. She's like, "Your Honor, I was going to ask that." Yeah. Oh my God, the incompetence is off the chart. Then on Thursday, Alina Habba was talking to E. Jean Carroll, well, questioning her, not talking to her, questioning her on the stand. She asked, like, "Oh, you did a lot of interviews after the first verdict, right?" And E. Jean Carroll's like, "I did 5. She's like, "And those were left-leaning media outlets?" Carroll's lawyers objected to that, which was sustained, by the way, by Judge Kaplan. Judge Kaplan said, "Nope, you cannot ask the political leanings of the websites or groups that she gave interviews to." And then Alina Habba, after having the objection sustained, told she couldn't ask that question. Do you know what she did? You can probably guess. She asked the same question again. She said they were left-leaning. Now, the judge literally just told you can't ask that because it's irrelevant. And she turns around and asks it again. And the judge said, "Did you not hear me?" So the judge repeatedly, over the last 3 days of this trial, has had to get consistently, routinely, repeatedly pissed off because Alina Habba, I don't want to just say that she's breaking the rules or she's ignoring his rulings. I genuinely think she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She is in over her head. Yes, she has gotten famous from it, and I think that is what she wanted. But in terms of a long, healthy legal career, I think Alina Habba's finished. She'll have a place in right-wing media for sure. Like, she's not going to be hurting for money, but she's damn sure not going to be making money by representing people in court, even just based on the last 3 days, let alone all the other cases for Trump that she's lost. This is putting her in the spotlight as one of the worst lawyers, in my opinion, in this entire country. Possibly the worst there's ever been. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.